On the Devon coast in southern England sits the town of Sidmouth. It's a quiet stretch of cliffs and shoreline bordering the English Channel. Just inland is a property known as the Knowle. At its core, it's a 19th-century villa, but over the years, the site expanded into a complex of modern council offices and outbuildings. By 2026, the estate was slated for extensive redevelopment. Developers moved in with cranes and scaffolding to transform the site into a retirement community. But the bulldozers can't simply move in. Underneath the old roof tiles and inside the undisturbed cellars, this property is one of the most important wildlife sanctuaries in the UK. The estate is home to a colony of hundreds of heavily protected bats. Every summer, females congregate here to give birth and raise their pups. This creates a significant logistical challenge. Developers have to overhaul a sprawling estate while its current tenants are sensitive animals that cannot be legally disturbed. Because these animals are protected by law, the developers had to secure a European Protected Species Mitigation License. This required ecologists to carefully audit and map exactly how these bats use every inch of the estate. This schematic cross-section maps out the results of that audit. It shows like 4 distinctly different bat species have claimed specific, stratified architectural zones across the buildings. Starting on the outside, we find the common and soprano pipistrelles. These small bats pack themselves into the tight external crevices of the more modern office extensions, forming noisy colonies of over 200 individuals. These large pipistrelle colonies have a high demand for food. They rely on immediate access to the damp, insect-rich parkland and the nearby River Sid to hunt. Moving higher up into the older structures, large serotine bats utilize the warm eaves, while brown long-eared bats hide in the pitch-black ridge beams of the 19th century attic. The brown long-eared is highly sensitive to both light and noise. They seek out the deepest, most isolated structural voids to avoid any human-made disturbance. But the headline resident is the Lesser Horseshoe bat. Hundreds of these females require large, thermally stable internal roof spaces where they can hang freely to birth their pups. The Knowle has accidentally evolved into a perfectly stratified mega-roost, with different wings and roof pitches catering to highly specific biological needs. Because it is illegal to destroy these habitats, the developers faced a strict mandate. Before modifying any original structures, they had to seamlessly replicate them. The architectural solution is this 3D blueprint, a purpose-built bat house. Inside, a central void replicates the exact spatial volume and stable temperatures of the 19th century villa for lesser horseshoes. Outside, the shell features artificial crevices for pipistrelles to squeeze into. Building a new house is only half the solution. The developers also implemented nocturnal buffers and a strict dark sky lighting policy across the entire construction zone. This ensures the creation of dark corridors. The specific points where these bats emerge at dusk remain entirely unlit, protecting the sensitive brown long-eared bats. To secure the space to build homes for humans, the developers were effectively forced to engineer and construct a bespoke, thermally regulated habitat exclusively for bats. By 2026, despite being surrounded by active heavy construction, the Knowle is successfully recognized as a regionally important hub for bat biodiversity. In many real estate developments, natural habitats are simply paved over or permanently displaced. Here, the success of the project relies on the strict legal enforcement of the mitigation license, combined with hyper-specific architectural engineering. The Knowle serves as a modern proof of concept. Human infrastructure and critical wildlife habitats can share the same footprint, proving that progress does not have to result in nature's eviction.